Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports, is presented by Manscaped. You can get 20% off your next purchase at Manscaped by using the promo code CHAT. That's manscaped.com/chat for 20% off plus free shipping. The Seahawks did not have to go very far for their third-round pick, as they have picked up Abraham Lucas, the offensive tackle from Washington State, with the 72nd pick overall. Here's the scouting report on Abraham Lucas. According to our own Tom Dowdy, he's the number 5 offensive tackle in this draft, the number 53 player overall. So a good value find for the Seahawks at 72. Described by Tom as more people should be talking about this guy. Better in pass protection than the run game. Left tackle traits, athletic with some mirroring ability. And a quote from Abraham Lucas when he was asked about if he's played in a three-point stance in college, he said, well, if you count field goals. And he's also being compared to who the Seahawks picked with the number 9 pick overall, Charles Cross, as the Seahawks doubled up on the offensive tackle position. And just like Cross, he comes from a system where they didn't run the football a whole lot at Washington State, just like with Lucas, or with Cross, rather, at Mississippi State. They didn't run the football a whole lot either. So he is going to have to really develop in the pass protection, in the run protection game, rather. But nonetheless, he and Cross, coming from similar backgrounds, will be learning together of some sorts as rookies in the National Football League. More on the pick coming up in just a moment, but we want to hear from you guys. Your chance to grade the pick. How did the Seahawks do doubling up at the offensive tackle spot in the third round? Here's your chance to weigh in how the Seahawks did A, B, C, D, or F with the pick of Abraham Lucas, staying in the state of Washington. You'll get an ad break, take advantage of it, and tell us how the Seahawks did with their third-round selection. Here is the breakdown from NFL.com's Lance Zierlein on Lucas. He's too upright as a drive blocker and too lumbering to get to lateral and second-level blocks and pass protection. However, his length and power make him a wider target to circumvent for rushers, while his patience and core strengths make him tougher to counter. The numbers on Lucas from the Combine and Pro Day measurables. He comes in with an under 5.40 time, but does that really matter for an offensive tackle? Not really. His bench, 24, standard numbers there. And when you look at the other measurables on Lucas, he is a big fella, 6'6", 315 pounds. He certainly eats a lot of Wheaties for breakfast, I can guarantee you that much. A lot of arm length, hand size, all the stuff that you would ask for from Lucas there. But with the lack of run game experience, that's where he finds himself in the third round based on what we've seen so far in this draft. Now, my one-word reaction, I will give you all here in just a second, but I want to hear from you guys what your one-word reaction is to the pick of Abraham Lucas. And, you know, there's a lot of ways to go with this. For me, this is a surprising pick. Not a bad pick by any means, but a surprising pick. We know that the Seahawks dealt with issues on the offensive line last year. One of the worst offensive lines in the National Football League in 2021. But I did not expect within the first 3 rounds that the Seahawks would double up at the tackle spots. Now, obviously, Charles Cross is going to be your guy at the left tackle spot. You don't spend a top 9 pick on a tackle that's not going to play left. Abraham Lucas is your right tackle, and although he played left at Washington State, this will be your right tackle. And so now you've shored up those tackle spots for the next years to come. I really like that for the Seahawks, although there are other needs for this team. They haven't addressed the quarterback position yet. They haven't addressed inside linebacker yet. Even with those things going on, you still took care of what you needed to on the offensive line, and the Seahawks are a better team today than they were yesterday because of it. Now, we are presented by Manscaped. It is the month of April, which means it is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. And Manscaped has got some great products for you. One man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. To help raise money for the Testicular Cancer Society, Manscaped has just launched a limited edition Purple Lawnmower 4.0. Here's what they look like. These things are just outstanding. Men's grooming care products, the best in the business, and it's vegan too, so it's not bad for the animals out there. And we got a great deal for you. $39.99 with the promo code CHAT. Go to manscaped.com/chat to get that deal. You won't want to miss it. 20% off plus free shipping. It's a deal that no one else is offering. You got to get your hands on Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0, the best in the business. Lip balm, shampoo, conditioner, everything in between. Manscaped's got you covered. And you got to go to manscaped.com/chat with the promo code CHAT for $39.99 in the Ultra Premium Collection. Now, the Seahawks are rebuilding the O-line here. We mentioned how much this O-line struggled last year, and they're taking this head on, and they're getting younger. You know, we talked about for the last few weeks whether they were going to bring Dwayne Brown back or not, and it appears that Dwayne Brown is probably not coming back. Here was what the depth chart for the offensive line looked like for the Seahawks going into this weekend. You can see it was not great. A lot of holes to fill. And, you know, personally, I look at this draft pick that the Seahawks go with Abraham Lucas here, and I think that he'll compete with Jake Curran right away for that starting right tackle spot. We already know that Charles Cross is going to be your starting left tackle, but I think that the Seahawks found a starting right tackle in the third round. And if you're talking about getting guys in the later rounds, 3 on, that are starter quality, that's a win. Maybe the Seahawks had other needs that they should have addressed. That can be debated. But what you cannot debate is the importance of finding starters in these later rounds, and credit where credit's due. John Schneider and Pete Carroll did that with this pick. What would you have guys done with this pick? Malik Willis was still available. There was other quarterbacks on the board. Would you have gone quarterback or another position at this point in time? Remember, Willis was projected to be a top 10 pick by some folks. Instead, he's still around. What would you have guys done with that pick? I want to hear from you, your chance to weigh in if you would have done something differently with the third-round pick for the Seattle Seahawks. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And, you know, I got to tell you, with the Seahawks passing on Malik Willis again, that tells me that they really just did not like Malik Willis or really any of these quarterbacks here. And, you know, these quarterbacks waited around and, for the most part, still available. You know, Kenny Pickett didn't go till 20. Desmond Ridder went to Atlanta late and such. He was the second quarterback off the board. That tells me what we thought, that this draft class of quarterbacks was one of the worst we'd have ever seen. And the Seahawks, they did their homework, they did their scouting reports, and they stuck to their guns. Credit where credit's due. I like that of saying that we don't have to take a quarterback, that we don't have to settle for a bad quarterback. Smart play by Seahawks management. Maybe you go get Baker Mayfield or someone else. I don't know. But you are not settling on bad quarterback play. Credit where credit's due. Seahawks Today has got you covered with daily Seattle Seahawks content as well as the rest of the NFL draft. Subscribe to the channel, and you can find us at youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Hit the red sub button, turn on those notifications so you can be the first to see the latest Seahawk videos here from Chat Sports. The NFL Draft is live on Chat Sports. Our main channel has got you covered with all 3 days. We'll have rounds 4 through 7 on Saturday as well. Every pick, we're going to break it down for you from every team, including your Seattle Seahawks. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. You won't want to miss it.